Tonight is the night, bright lights, high crowd, yeah, we came to throw down, everybody get loud. Tonight is the night, A-list, can't miss, when we burn it to the ground, everybody get down. Tonight is the night, we stay climbing while our fame kept rising, steady climbing, now we on top.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to my review for last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. This is my review for the November 16th edition of Raw, and it's going to be my overall thoughts and opinions on what took place on last night's show. So, without further ado, let's get into Raw. We opened things with a nice moment of silence tribute. All the wrestlers were out on the stage to the victims of the Paris terrorist attacks on Friday the 13th. It was a nice tribute, and I would like to say also, please pray for all those affected, the victims, the family members. It was just a terrible, senseless act of violence, and pray for Paris, pray for peace, pray for those that are truly responsible will be brought to justice. We need less hate in this world, and we need to love each other. We need more love, less hate. So, those are my thoughts on what took place in Paris over the weekend. Terrible, terrible tragedy. So after that nice tribute, we kick things off. We have Kane and the Undertaker make their way to the ring. Good way to start Raw. And they pretty much said that, the Wyatt family isn't going to stand a chance against them. And they're going on, Undertaker's saying, eternal hell, fire, damnation, that they are the true brothers of destruction, and the Wyatt family will, experience their vengeance at Survivor Series. And then the Wyatt family makes their way to the ring. And an interesting part was, as Wyatt was talking, and the lights went out again, and all the druids that accompanied the Undertaker and Kane to ringside turned out to have sheet masks on. So it was a nice visual of the Wyatt family sitting up on the stage and Kane and the Undertaker surrounded by these druids. Eventually they tried to attack the Brothers of Destruction, but Kane and the Undertaker started throwing punches left and right. They hit two sick double choke slams on two of the druids, and the Wyatt family, it looked like, we're going to go at it with the Brothers of Destruction, but Bray was like, no, we're going to wait and save it till Survivor Series. So, even though I'm disappointed that we're only getting a tag match, I like this segment. I thought it was a good way to kick off Raw. And, the imagery of the druids having the sheet masks on was definitely something different and cool that we haven't seen in a while. So, it was a good opening segment for Raw, in my opinion. Then we had our first match on Raw. It was Kevin Owens taking on Neville. And this was a really, really good match. I've seen these guys, they had a match down in NXT, and it was tremendous. This one was just as good, if not better. The way, you have Neville's high-flying offensive style, and then Owens' just big physical ruggedness. I mean, it really made for a great match. And there was a couple near falls when, I thought Neville might actually have beaten Owens. It looked like, he would have gotten that opportunity. And Neville goes up to that top rope. You never know what he's going to do. One nice spot was when he hit the moonsault off the top rope. That was really nice. And then Owens would eventually get the win with the pop-up powerbomb. So, I like both guys, but I felt like the right guy won here. Kevin Owens advances to the semifinals, which will also be taking place along with the finals at Survivor Series. So, Kevin Owens, can he go all the way to the finals? Well, we shall find out this Sunday at Survivor Series. Then we had a quick, actually before this, we had a backstage promo. It was Triple H, and he was, they didn't hear what overcatch what they were saying. It was just showing Triple H shaking hands with Kevin Owens. So Will Kevin Owens be the one to become the Authority's new golden boy? I mean, it would make sense. He is from NXT, he's one of Triple H's boys. So I think he would be a great fit in that role. But I'm not sure he'd be able to make it all the way to the finals. My predictions for Survivor Series will be up later this week, so we will go more in depth to that later on in the week. So after that, we had a quick match between R-Truth and Tyler Breeze. It really wasn't anything special. Breeze got the victory after getting the beauty shot kick. I was worried. It was like Truth was getting in a little bit too much offense for my liking. I wish Breeze beat him, in a more quick manner. I felt like it kind of dragged on for a little bit. But luckily, Breeze did get the victory. And, so we'll see where they go next with Tyler Breeze on the main roster. I'm not sure. Not sure what they have planned, because in this next match, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler, he didn't get involved at all. I thought for sure he would come out, cause Ziggler the match. That would lead to them having a match at Survivor Series. But that wasn't to be the case. Dean and Dolph, they had a pretty good match. Early on, it was a lot of back and forth. Really a slower paced style that I wasn't expecting to see, although I did enjoy it. And then eventually, after the first commercial break, the match really got going into high gear, and these guys just went back and forth on each other, and it was a high-paced, good match. Crowd was into it. I was loving it. Like I said, this one was another tough one to pick. It could have went either way. I was happy with either Ziggler or Ambrose winning. However, Ambrose was eventually able to land the dirty deeds and get the victory. And then afterwards, Dean got on the mic and he said, "I'm tired of all the talking that's going on in this place. I just want to turn it upside down. I want to be a fighting champion. If I win that championship, the WWE will never be the same. We're going to be in the Ambrose Asylum." So I think that was a great showcase of how Dean could be a great WWE champion and really shake up the product. I think he would be tremendous as the champion, and I hope he's one of the he's considered for that opportunity, because I feel like if they give him the ball, he'll run with it, and he'll be a very entertaining champion. Something different, something that this product desperately needs. Will he win the title, though, on Sunday? It remains to be seen. So it was a good match between Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler in the quarterfinals. Then we had the New Day. They came out. They cut a funny promo on the Usos. One funny line from Big E. He said, "My grandpappy had a saying, when life gives you booty, make bootade." So that was funny. And then they also said, every time the Usos get hurt, they say, "Us-Os, Us-Os." So New Day was just ripping on the Usos and Ryback. And then we had a 6-man tag team match between the New Day teaming up with the New Day taking on the team of the Usos and Ryback. Match was okay. It was really nothing too special. Just when it was starting to get going, the Usos worked all of the match. Ryback didn't even get a chance to get into it. And then Big E slapped Ryback. That ticked him off. And then he started to go on a tear. He pushed the ref aside. Ref lost control of the match. So it led to a disqualification. And then Ryback pretty much destroyed all of the members of the New Day. And it left him and the Usos standing strong. So, excuse me. Interesting to see where they go with these guys. Possibly. Could it be a traditional Survivor Series elimination match? Maybe Team Uso versus New Day? I don't know what they do here, but we don't have a traditional Survivor Series match on Sunday. I don't think they're going to be doing a tag titles match, which I would have been looking forward to. So yeah, this was just okay. Then we had Triple H backstage. He was talking to Cesaro, and he was like, you know what? Maybe you'd be the right fit for the Authority. And Cesaro didn't say anything. He just kind of smiled it off and put his headphones on to get ready for his match. Roman Reigns made his way down to the ring. And he cut a promo before this saying that, you know, there's been a lot of bumps on the road for him, but no matter what, he's going to be the one to capture that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then him and Cesaro had a fantastic match. What an incredible match. Wow. I mean, I knew going into this I was going to love this match, and it certainly didn't disappoint. I mean, these guys took it to each other. It was very physical, just strong, you know, like, it demonstrated the power of both Cesaro and Roman Reigns. I thought both guys looked really good. You know, obviously, when you put a guy like Cesaro in there, he's going to make his opponent look really good. But Reigns also carried his weight in this match. Don't get me wrong by saying that. You know, I think both guys really put in a tremendous performance. I loved seeing Cesaro hit those wonderful uppercuts on Roman Reigns. You know, there were a couple spots in this match I thought Cesaro was going to get it. And then, you know how Reigns usually goes to the outside and does that apron drop kick? Well, Cesaro countered and put Reigns into the big swing. And that was just crazy. And that was a nice counter right there. Eventually, though, what did Cesaro in was he got stunned by Reigns' Superman punch, and Reigns would hit the spear. So Roman Reigns beat Cesaro in an outstanding match. You gotta find it and watch it. It was just incredible. And afterwards, Reigns and Cesaro shook hands in a nice display of sportsmanship. So I liked seeing that. So yeah, Roman Reigns advances into the semifinals on Sunday. Even though it was expected, I expected Roman Reigns to win. I still held out a sliver of a chance that Cesaro might get the upset. Disappointed that he didn't, but I feel like his popularity is growing in weeks and weeks to come. And hopefully in 2 weeks when I go to Raw in Pittsburgh, his popularity will continue to increase. So we'll see. After that, we had a quick match between the Dudley Boyz versus the Ascension. Not much to say here. It was a very quick match. The Dudley Boyz got the win with the Dudley Death Drop. So, not sure what they're doing with the Dudleys. Like, we haven't really seen them in a while since they lost at Hell in a Cell. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. It really wasn't much of anything this match. So we're going to move on to another quarterfinal match that I was expecting to be a very good match, but I was left disappointed. It was Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto, and once again backstage before the match, Triple H tried to entice Del Rio to join the Authority, but Del Rio didn't really say much, and they made their way to the ring. Now, throughout this match, there was a couple sequences where they clearly botched some moves, and it was obvious, and it hurt the flow of the match. I never felt like the match really got going. There was another part of the match where Del Rio accidentally ripped Kalisto's mask off, but, you know, they were trying to hide his face, and then Kalisto eventually put the mask back on, and I felt like after that, you know, the crowd really wasn't getting into it, and the earlier botches just hurt what could have been a really, really good fast-paced, you know, Lucha Libre style match. So eventually, the pace did pick up again, but Del Rio was able to hit the diving foot stomp after Kalisto got tied up on the top rope to get the victory. I was hoping for Kalisto to get the upset win here to kind of give, because these results, while they were great matches, they were kind of predictable in nature, with Owens winning, with Ambrose winning, Reigns winning. I was hoping Kalisto would be the one that would upset Del Rio and eventually make his way into the semifinals to face either Reigns or Cesaro. So, yeah, it was predictable seeing Del Rio get the win. Like I said, really sloppy match. Expected better from these two. So Del Rio will advance to meet Roman Reigns in the semifinals on Sunday. So the way that the bracket looks right now, it's going to be Dean Ambrose taking on Kevin Owens. Looking really forward to that match. That's a match I wanted to see for a long time now. I'm so happy we're getting it in the semifinals on Sunday. We're also getting Roman Reigns versus Del Rio, which I think could be a good match. We'll have to see how it plays out. So, yes, those are the two semifinal matches for Survivor Series on Sunday. And then we had the last segment of the evening. This was a shocker. So throughout the night, they were building up, Paige, her arrival onto the main roster. They showed Charlotte's arrival onto the main roster. How Charlotte won the title. Quick little video packages that I liked. And throughout the night, they were building up. There's going to be a contract signing for the Divas Championship. And then when Cesaro versus Reigns happened at the 10 o'clock hour, as soon as I found that out, I'm like, wow, they're actually going to give the women the last spot on the show. So I was actually in favor of this because this is a way to shake things up. When is the last time the women have ever gone on last for any type of segment? I know Stephanie and Brie, they had their contract signing, so that was last year. So it's been a while. And Paige and Charlotte made their way to the ring. Michael Cole was in the ring. He hosted the segment. And Charlotte talked about her family and how her brother Reed passed away and how everything that she does in this business, winning the championship and whatnot, was to help fulfill his dream that went unfulfilled due to his unfortunate passing. And then Charlotte pretty much ran down Paige. She said, "You're not a good role model." And then Paige eventually responded by saying Ric Flair's an old fart. And then Paige said something that I was really shocked. I didn't think they'd go that far, but Paige insulted Charlotte's dead brother, Reed Flair, and that pretty much set Charlotte off. And then Paige and Charlotte brawled throughout the ring, and I just couldn't believe that they had the guts to make Paige say something like that. I mean, it was just, wow, did she really just say that? I mean, it was, it really was shocking. It really was, edgy, because we don't really see too much of this from WWE. I mean, calling out someone's dead brother, like that. And I'm sure Charlotte and Ric Flair were okay with this. They obviously wouldn't be, if they didn't think it was okay, they obviously wouldn't have approved what Paige said. But yeah, it was, I don't know how I feel about this contract signing and how it went, I don't know. I have mixed thoughts on it. I did feel that it helped to get Paige heat, but I'm not sure if that type of heat's necessary. But I know that we as fans, we want a more edgier product from WWE. We feel that they play it too safe. And then when they do something like this, I don't know, it's tough. How do you people feel about what Paige said? Down in the comments section, please let me know, because I have mixed reactions about it. So, yeah, it was an interesting way to close out the show. And overall, I thought there were several strong quarterfinal matches. This contract signing at the end was interesting. I liked the opening segment. There were a couple low spots. The Del Rio Callisto match, the Ascension Dudley Boyz match, and the 6-man tag match really didn't do much for me. But if I had to grade this show, I'm going to give it a B minus. I'm going to go with a B minus. I was thinking B plus, but some parts brought the show down somewhat. So, yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on last night's Raw. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought of Raw last night. Thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button to see more content coming to this channel. Also, a couple channel plugs. Please check out my friend Anthony DeSimone's channel. He does a Pens Points blog on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Very good stuff if you're into hockey and are a Penguins fan. Also, check out Generic Luchador's channel. He makes great wrestling videos. And also, check out the Lexman's channel. He's one of the best YouTubers out there for wrestling in general. Wrestling videos, what have you. So yeah, with that, thank you all for watching once again. Have a great day. I'm out. Peace.